This is, massive benefit. This is like marketing benefit. I'm telling you this. So this is a practice which has been started for the last 50 years since the tech industry has come in globally. That the idea is that, in economics, right, you have demand, you create demand by creating demand within consumers, and you create demand by pushing in supplies. And perfect example, I'll give you some few examples for you to understand. So if people lakhs of people, crores of people get trained on a particular product, when they come to the industry automatically starts selecting the product. I'll give you an example, simple example. Everybody has heard about this product called Tally in India. It's an Indian software product, one of the most successful products. What was Tally's strategy against all the global players? Everybody who was an accountant, everybody who became a chartered accountant, everybody who started accountancy in the country had a copy of Tally, a free copy of Tally. And therefore, when they learned Tally, they went to the company could have used any other software, but they still wanted a Tally on their backend to do the accounting. This has been done by the likes of Siemens, this has been done by the likes of Sun, HP, IBM. I have worked for the globals, and I can tell you, please Google. And you find out about every company's global grant-in-kind program, you will see there across the world. And this Siemens program has happened in multiple areas. So this is, Siemens is giving its money to build its own future demand. Because the people who get trained, you give in one hand, you earn in another hand. 1:10, 1:20, 1:100 is the return. If I train 2,15,000 people, and each of them, go into a company, and imagine the demand and imagine what Siemens will sell. And this is the true for every company. So there is no, it's not just large use of heart. It's also business. It's a very good business sense. Investing, just like the reason why we would invest in our child's future. It's a great business, it's a great economic sense. And that's why Siemens invested.
Sir, here two questions I have. If you made an agreement with the government, who are the contenders and who are the portions of the particular agreement? The second, if Siemens is interested, what is the portion of working in that particular skill development project, and what is the design tech portion, and what is the skill development corporation portion? Can you explain all these?
I hope I got your question. If I haven't, please ask me for clarification. I think your question is, if I understand correctly, that the roles in this project, primarily, right? So, APSSTC represented the government, the mandate of the government to create an industry infrastructure in the state. And based on their industrial policy, segments were chosen which had automotive, which had heavy engineering, which had electronics, electricals, etc., etc. That was APS. So APSSTC was the holder of the project. So the colleges were selected by APSSTC. The APSSTC was one of the certificates went in with, and it's a joint certificate by APSSTC and Siemens. So APSSTC was there, and it was the overall owner of the project. Siemens was the technology partner. So everything to do with transferring that vision of the government to reality was done through Siemens. As a visionary technology company globally, that's the role that we played. In that role, we also brought in our products. We also brought in our hardware, our software, our coursewares, etc., etc. But given that the vision of the project was much larger than what a single company can do, we had also therefore brought in lots of our industry partners. Whether it's in the area of robotics, whether it's in the area of manufacturing, whether it's in the area of automotive repairs, our customer partners, etc., etc., we have brought them in. And we have assimilated this under the platform of skill development. And this has been the standard practice that we have done, not just in Andhra Pradesh, but in all other states and places that we have done. This is a mammoth task. That's the reason we used to only do one project a year. Right? Conceivement was to take about a year, implementation is another year, and then you're running it for another 3 years, right? So that was Siemens' role. And design tech role was as a system integrator. You need a system integrator who will integrate all of this, all of these pieces, all the hardware, the know-how, the software, the coursewares, the hiring of the faculties. There were 450, 500 faculties over here for all these years, ensuring that the certificates are done. If there are issues that comes up, to resolve this issue on the ground. So design tech was the system integrator. That was the role. And
the basic question, who are the persons involved in this entire agreement?
Person in the sense what?
In the sense, the government, Siemens, and you are saying that design it. Government officials are from your side, your company side, and design it.
So my company side,
Tripartite agreement.
it's a tripartite agreement.
Or two persons.
No, it's a tripartite agreement.
Suman Bose, their claim is entirely different. Without knowledge of the Siemens company, you personally had an agreement with the AP government.
Sir,
What they are saying.
sir,
What do you want to say on that?
sir, again, this is a conjecture. Okay, I think the best place for this conjecture to get discussed and found out is in the courts. They have failed to produce a single evidence of this matter in the courts in the last 2.5 years. Statements are very easy to make. Truth is truth. If anybody believes, and if I would find my organization coming in front and saying that this has been done, I would like to challenge them. I would like to, but I'm sure Siemens wouldn't say this. I'm pretty sure they haven't done this.